Well, I think we still see a lack of representation of evangelical Christians in the news media. So, just as somebody who spent so many years in journalism, and you said like you were raised in the or taught the ethics of journalism, which I think I would say don't really exist the way that they ought to anymore. So, just give me your take on the media landscape we have now.
Oh, golly. It saddens me so much. I mean, I went to the University of Missouri, which was the first journalism school in America. I think the finest journalism school. Um, we were trained to tell both sides of the story. Our job was to report the news. Interestingly, today I talk to young people who are interested in going into journalism. Say, why do you want to study journalism? They say, because I want to change the world. That wasn't our motivation, and that's not our role. Our role was to report the news and tell both sides. I'll tell you something. When I was at Chicago Tribune covering legal issues, there were a lot of court cases back then involving abortion. And I was when I was the atheist at the Tribune, very pro-abortion. I helped arrange an abortion when I was in college for a young woman whose boyfriend had walked out on her. And I helped arrange the destruction of that innocent unborn child. Didn't bother me one bit as an atheist. Later, I repented of that, of course, and confessed that, and God's forgiven me of that. But so I was very pro-abortion as an atheist journalist at the Chicago Tribune. I wrote 1 million articles about court cases involving abortion, and guess what? If you read any of those articles, you would not be able to tell where I stood on the issue. Because I told both sides and I quoted good people on both sides and I tried not to skew the story one way or the other. That was the approach we took to the news. It's not what we see anymore. We see people are in it to change the world, to change opinions, to change people's viewpoints. And yes, there is a role for that in opinion journalism, but in daily journalism, in the reporting of the news and so forth, first of all, you're right. We do not have a diversity of worldviews. Certainly, Christians are not well represented in that pool of people. And secondly, they seem to have lost this value of seeking objectivity and trying to tell both sides and to be, I think the key word is be balanced in what they write. So it saddens me, it worries me, because our First Amendment is there because of how it is the First Amendment, because how important it is. A free press is foundational to our republic. And when we can't trust anymore what we're being told by a free press, that's a very dangerous position for a republic to be in.